You know what? I'm glad I grew up fat. I don't know why, but I am. It just I don't know, I think that I learned all the feelings of discomfort and denial and filling that black hole and doing all the things that I did as a fat little girl to get to where I am today. I'm glad that, I don't know, my gift of addiction, as you may call it, began with food. And even though I didn't have understanding or control or acknowledgement, acceptance, and dealing with it at that time, I was just basically coping, of course. But I'm glad I had it. I guess it might have been protection to be a little girl that was addicted to food because it wasn't a safe place that I grew up in. And so then, in my early 20s, just getting knowledge of the addiction before I had babies and then having babies. I'm glad, it's the only one I got is my past, right? My legacy. And so I'm glad that it happened the way that it did, so I got to where I am today. And, I think a lot of good qualities for a person comes from struggling a bit. And so if you're struggling, and if you have struggled with your weight and the feelings inside and your little truths that never were allowed to peep out because you just kept eating, isn't it wonderful to be dealing with them, to be shedding a pound and shedding some of that shame and guilt? And of course, if you were fat, then the shame and guilt about being fat is another shame and guilt on top of what you might have eaten over, right? So it's a fascinating journey, and it begins with what you eat and how you deal with it. And of course, most of us all began in Weight Watchers. That's how we found each other, and that's how I ended up on this site. And then, switching up plans, but it didn't change who I am. I'm still the same person that has to have the same bag of tools, like you do from Weight Watchers. I've just changed it with the food plan. And I've been watching My Diet is Better Than Yours. And, there were 5 contestants, and they have 5 different food plans. And then 2 of them have changed up their trainer. And so I've only seen 2 full episodes. So I haven't seen who Latasha is going to get next. She got rid of the clean mama. And so it's kind of fascinating. But of course, I love my wild diet man, the fat-burning man, Abel. And if you watched it, how did you like his stand-up dessert party where Kurt had all of his family come and try some of Abel's wild diet desserts? They looked delicious. And of course, standing up, I want to scream, no, no! But the cheesecake, the ice cream, I guess there were some, maybe they were made with coconut flour cookies, but cool, huh? I don't know if you watched it. But, so I'm fascinated by all of it, and because it's prime time and it's ABC, of course it's, totally dragged out, but I'm fascinated to see what each trainer offers and how they go about it. I wish there was more food part, but they seem to be focusing on doing physical stuff. But aren't you surprised if you're watching it that losing 1 or 2 pounds for the women? It seems kind of strange. I feel like I could get you skinny faster than that, but maybe I don't know. It's just interesting. And of course, they wouldn't have anything branded like Weight Watchers Smart Points. But it's all good. And so here we are. We've got a frozen tundra here on January 19th. And so I will be doing some floor ball elastic band exercises in the basement before I leave for work. And I have my bulletproof coffee right here with me in my poppy mug. And it's already starting out to be a good day. I steamed some organic broccoli that I will have tonight with some egg parm. And for lunch, I'm having my yogurt breakfast and my salad with Evu. And I will have my bone broth, and I've been reading up on the bone broth. And yesterday, for those of you who gave me all these tips, my afternoon 20 ounces of water, when I come home from work, I had 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar mixed in it. And, you know, it was a tough swallow. I might do it with less fluid ounces. I might drink half of that water and then put the ACV in it, because why not just drink 10 ounces of discomfort instead of 20? So it's all good here on Cape Cod, and yeah, I'm glad I grew up fat. And I'm loving how life is now. It's a lot simpler and calmer. There's good parts about getting to a place weight-wise that matches, and also understanding my food plan better, and always tweaking, always, as you might want to too, you know. So anyway, I've got this, I was going to do this. This came from Men's Health, and I love my Men's Health, especially with John Krasinski on the cover from Office, if you watched Office. So I love this. Buy a vegetable you don't recognize. Maybe even eat it. Yep, that would be, you know, like you buy a patty pan squash and you don't know what you're supposed to do with it. Oh, that's so funny. So anyway, that's it. Just a little quickie. I'm glad I grew up fat. Have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Bye-bye for now.